Hello, Aries. I am Jaja, and welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. Today, we are going to do your love messages for Mercury Retrograde. So, this should be juicy. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. I am always open to feedback. So, to kick it off, we are going to pull a Gateway of Light Activation Tarot. I actually am being called to pull a Celtic Triagam for you guys. We'll get into the Kipper deck, and then we will get into the Celtic Cross. Sound like a plan? Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I normally pull these beforehand. I think I was just like so anxious to get started on readings today. I have been doing a lot of just, receiving spiritual downloads and, really in. Um, it's a very transformative period for me right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot, but a good a lot, right? So, all right. Let's see what Spirit has for you for overall messages for Mercury retrograde for Aries. We have Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, and Conscious Manifestation. Love that. So for those who aren't familiar with Mercury retrograde, I feel like we all have some sense of Mercury retrograde. It's a period where it looks like Mercury's traveling backwards from the path that it is in relation to our planet. Mercury deals with communication, right? So a lot of times when Mercury is in retrograde, what we experience is delayed communication, cut off communication, just minor misunderstandings, like people just not understanding what you're saying or you not understanding what people are saying. It can also affect technology. Technology is a huge one, especially as we're in right now when I'm filming this. It is the 11th of January. Mercury retrograde starts on the 14th, so there's a pre-shadow and a post-shadow period that's normally about 7 to 14 days. I will say, electronics have been a little wonky lately. This one does not feel as harsh as the last one that we went through. I think that's just because they're kind of back to back, right? And then we also have Venus retrograde in the middle of it. So a lot of heavy retrograde energy. And really what that means is Spirit wants us to reflect, right? It's past energy. It's clearing out stuff that no longer serves us, right? That's why Mercury in particular, when we get these little communication, delays or misunderstandings, it's really Spirit saying, take a step back, really reflect, like, do you really need to send that text message? Maybe you're being a little, cold-hearted or harsh or whatever. Like, just reconsider. Is really what retrograde means, right? Like really be cognizant and present, right, to what's happening. Now, in regards to Venus retrograde, which ends on the 29th, I believe, that's all about healing past traumas and wounds surrounding family and relationships. So for there's a couple of signs where this Venus retrograde is absolutely rough. I myself have decided not to pull on it just because there's a lot going on in the collective from a healing family trauma perspective. And I like to keep it light and positive. And like I said, this Mercury retrograde does not feel as heavy as the last one. We do actually normally we get 3 in a year. We get 4 this year, just from the way that Mercury works. So just be cognizant of that. I do expect the next Mercury retrograde to be a little bit more conflict, energy there. But when we get to that, I can definitely speak on it. So I say all of that because with cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, and conscious manifestation, it's Spirit telling you that this is a time really for you to kind of rethink and get back in alignment with divine timing. Divine timing is huge, guys. I'm getting huge temperance angel card vibes off of this. Really being able to sit back, let things play out, let the universe and fate and destiny and all those things that are really out of our control work for you. Don't work against it because you're trying to manifest something, right? The conscious manifestation. Conscious manifestation means, yes, you do put in your work, you do tell the universe what you want, but then at some point you have to let them give it to you. You have to let events play out to where your manifestation can actually come from the 5D down to the 3D. So that is what this emerald tablet is telling me. So now in relation to love, right, because this is a Mercury retrograde love reading, if you were trying to manifest, let's say, a soulmate or a partner, really being cognizant about, maybe the timing may be off. Like if you've met that person already and it's just kind of like been riddled with conflict and all kinds of stuff, like maybe it's just the timing and you need to release it and go about your business, basically, right? Like continue healing yourself, continue working on yourself. I will say Mercury retrograde is generally, and Venus retrograde is generally not the best time to try and pick back up a relationship, just because both partners, both divine masculine and divine feminine, are going through that transformation of releasing, or if you haven't released something, back, like the wheel spins again from the Wheel of Fortune is what they're showing me, kind of in reverse, right? Where you relearn lessons over and over again, right? And so it's like there's a possibility there if someone from your past, for example, comes back up, for you guys to just basically pick up where you left off, but things just get fucking worse. So just that, heed my warning there, Aries. I'm just letting you know, if someone shows back up, like definitely take it slow, conscious manifestation, right? We're gonna ride this out, see where it goes, but be cognizant of you and your partner's traumas. All right. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? Guys, I'm so I'm telling you, the messages are just like constant. Let me read from the Emerald Tablet activation for y'all. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. So, your message. When the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you're being called to remember the gifts you're carrying from previous lifetimes. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. This is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interest. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow, even the unsettling moments. But you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that was once challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to Source will contribute to your evolution on Earth. Love it, love it, love it. Again, they talked about Master Alchemist. The Master Alchemist is the Temperance card in the tarot. So, oh, excuse me. Okay, so before we get into the love deck, let's go ahead and pull a Celtic Tree Ogam for you guys. Let's see if I have any more messages for you. We have White Poplar. So let's go ahead and see what White Poplar is. Rebirth. Seems to be the theme lately. The drawing of the White Poplar card represents through its quivering your fears and doubts about the impossible odds you must overcome. But it also bears a shield by carrying you to a spiritual voice with words of guidance. To aid this determination, you need to develop until it can deal with your problems, however daunting or destructive they appear. The card speaks and encourages. In this way, it prevents death and the urge to give way under the sometimes daunting burden of worldly pleasures. It is therefore of great assistance on the journey towards rebirth. Love it. I love how it's in line with what a retrograde is, right? Which is all about kind of the planning and preparation needed prior to the transformation and the rebirth. And really that's how I would like you guys to think about a retrograde, right? This is the planning stage, and then once the retrograde is over, you're off to the races. Okay. They actually want me to shuffle, so we'll go ahead and shuffle We'll pull a couple cards from here and a couple cards from the Kipper deck, and then we will get into your Delta Cross. Okay, let's see. One of the biggest messages that I have been getting this morning was just like, be cognizant of things not your manifestation showing up in a way that you weren't expecting. You know, Spirit has, you may actually put out exactly what you want, and it'll show up, but it'll show up differently, right? A little different. And Spirit wants, you know, me to communicate that that is all part of the plan, right? Like, you still get what you want, it just looks different than what you thought the outcome was going to be. So just keep an open mind to that. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That's giving me rest, relaxation vibes, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. You're just talking about that, traumas. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I don't know who, you know, because this is a general reading, so, you know, generally you pick up on a couple of people, or maybe the one or two people may resonate with the story. But I definitely, as I was reading the Emerald Tablet activation, I got a sense that many of you may have already met someone. Here's the thing, most of the Aries I know are great in relationships. They're very loyal, very stable. I mean, you guys are the Emperor, right? So you're super in control of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. That, you know, the Emperor is your card. So it's not too surprising, right, that you guys would already be in a relationship or already seeing someone, and it's kind of moving forward, you know, with the honeymoon phase. You know, healing family issues. I think that's why, because I'm getting off of this card the whole, like, you know, your manifestation may show up differently than what you expect. You know, your family may not approve of this person, or, you know, there could just be weird stuff like that that comes up. And, you know, Spirit is just asking you in this time, like, I'm almost hearing, like, don't take action towards that stuff. Like, if you know that this is the one, you know, because you have this could be the one on the table, then, you know, forget your family. They'll come around eventually. Or not, and you go about your business happy with your partner, you know? Okay, so we're going to pull from the Kipper deck, which, you know, I feel like I'm going to give the Kipper deck a break here in a second. Just energetically, I feel like it sometimes can get too in the weeds with, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Unnecessary energies. Anyways, that's just my thoughts and feelings. Thoughts. Concern. Poverty in reverse. The gift in reverse. The house in reverse. Main female in reverse. Main male in reverse. We're actually going to turn all of this over because they're adamant they should not be in reverse. Yeah, so we have main male, main female here, house and gift. Again, with the honeymoon, you're calling in a soulmate. This could be the one. Yeah, I mean, the Kipper deck is basically saying Spirit said what it said, right? It's giving me very heavy. It's not giving me reconciliation vibes, guys. It's giving me you already know this person. You guys are working towards something. And this is your honeymoon phase, and really what you guys are doing kind of collectively, because they keep bringing me back to this Emerald Tablet card, is like collectively, or as a unit, as a couple, you are consciously manifesting your futures together, right? Which is beautiful. With thoughts, concern, and poverty in the reverse, this is giving me shared resource vibes. So it's almost like, you know, you and your partner, you know, as we talk through, or you know, as we were talking about how Mercury retrograde can bring up past traumas and past issues, right? Specifically around family, because healing family issues is here. I'm getting a sense of you and your partner maybe having to have a a non-judgmental, real conversation about the expectations around finances, right? Because what is okay for me financially may not be okay with someone else. You know, how what I spend money on and how I spend my money may not be okay for someone else. And I'm just getting this sense, and I don't get conflict vibe from this. I'm getting like whatever situation this is, it's loving. I'm getting a deep love here, right? And it's almost like you and your partner love each other so much that even if your partner said like, I need a Gucci bag every month, I feel like you would make it happen, Aries. But like, outside of that, I'm just getting this sense of like there's a little bit of thinking and concern around shared resources, right? Like who pays what bill? Do we split all the bills? Do we like that's what I'm getting here. And again, it's in line with, that kind of like reset before you guys take off. Like that's kind of like honeymoon or like really pre-marriage conversations, and that's probably why the honeymoon in the card is here, because it definitely feels like I keep seeing the Four of Wands, which is like, halfway to marriage, right? It's living together, or having children together, if that's your thing. Just getting a dog together, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling like you and your partner are in these conversations, and this is the perfect time to do that plan, right, for the future. All right, let's see what the universe spirit has for Aries for love during Mercury retrograde. Give us the tea, please, spirit. I love this Aries, and again, the feeling that I'm getting off of just the energy was very warm and loving. So whoever this partner is, Aries, I mean, you are extremely lucky. Because it's a beautiful, like soft, warm energy. And it feels like it's building to something. So, and the cards did confirm that. So I think that is wonderful for you guys. They're saying 2 more shuffles and then we can get started. So, we got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Death, transformation, new beginnings. Getting rid of the old. Yes, that's what retrogrades are. It's getting rid of the old, right? Like we're done with that. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and build this out, fill out the energies, and then we can get into it. Ooh, there's a little bit of drama here. Okay, so for your overall energy, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse crossed by Justice. So the Knight of Swords upright is all about quick, swift action towards something. It's a quick, swift communication. It's like he knows exactly where he's going and he wants to get there as fast as he can, right? It's in reverse, which again is in line with the whole Mercury retrograde, right? It's like spirit saying slow down. I'm almost getting off of this card, like, and you do have the Four of Swords here, but I'm getting a Four of Swords, like these are pinging off of each other, where it's like this is hermit mode, this is internal, this is not you running around and doing 8,000 different errands and starting multiple new projects and stuff like that. Like this is giving me subconscious thoughts, working on the subconscious, being slow, meticulous, and conscious about it, right? Present. With the Justice card crossing it, it's like this is a gift from the universe. Like this time between now and I'll check to see when Mercury retrograde ends. Actually, let's do that right now because I don't know. It's normally 3 weeks, so let's see when Mercury retrograde ends. Yes, so we have the, excuse me, the 13th through February 3rd. Okay. So, yeah, so it's like this is justice for you. Especially since we have the Ace of Cups in reverse in your past position. Because this is what it's pinging off of. It's like in the past, you maybe were overly emotional about something, or something just like, I'm hearing, just like knocked you off your rocker, right? And so this period is more about going within, reconfiguring your plan, and just know that it's all divine timing. You also have the Wheel of Fortune here, so that we'll get to that. In your influence, you have the Tower in reverse. This is giving me an unstable foundation for something, and they're telling me finances. So maybe this is why I was picking up, like, having a conversation with your partner around finances. But it's like, it's also pinging off of this Ace of Cups reverse. So maybe there was like overspending over the holidays or something like that. And now Spirit's just like, sit your ass down and regroup, right? Save a little bit of money. Really, really monitor your spending at this time is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing, emotionally unstable. Not that you are Aries, because you're definitely not. And most Aries I know, like I said, you're the emperor, right? Like you have your shit together. I'm getting this sense of almost like wanting to run, right? Like the Knight of Swords, like wanting to move past this hurt without actually dealing with it. And this Tower in reverse is like, don't do that. Accept the Tower. The Tower is inspiration. The Tower is a new beginning. The Tower is, don't try and avoid the Tower, because that's what it means in reverse, right? It's like you're trying to avoid a Tower. But it's like, no, you need to stand in that. That's the justice. Like, the universe saying, slow down, take a minute, pause, deal with the pain, right? In your subconscious, you have the Seven of Swords. This is actually not giving me, liar, cheaters, sneaking away. This is giving me strategy, which is very in line with you being an emperor, right, Aries? This is you strategically looking at, and let me see what you're looking at. It keeps pinging off of this King of Swords in reverse, which is in your environment. Okay. Yeah, so it's you strategically looking at your thoughts. It's you strategically looking at how you communicate with people. The King of Swords in reverse is nasty. He's not nice. He's manipulative. He's angry. He's aggressive. He's just not a very nice person. And so I'm almost getting this feel of like you looking at the ways in which your thoughts, and I'm even hearing they want me to say the way your partner speaks to you, because this is a love message, right? You looking at your thoughts and the way your partner speaks to you, the way other people speak to you, right, that are not in line with where you would like to go, right? Or who you are as a person. Yeah. In your current attitude, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's pinging off of this Tower in reverse. It's like there's some sort of lesson. I hate to say it, Aries. There's a lesson here that you're not getting. And we'll pull on it. Yes, we are going to pull on it. It is financial. It is family related. And on that note, I did do a video on how our family and our romantic relationships affect our ability to manifest wealth specifically. I think I labeled it love and manifestation. So I'll link that below so you guys have it. But I'm going to pull on this, but it is picking off of this Tower in reverse. It's almost like you're right there. You're like right there. And I think that's why the Knight of Swords came up in the reverse, right? Because it's almost like Spirit came in, Justice card, to slow you down because you're like right there at the precipice of like, okay, I get it now, right? Again, we talked about this is your current attitude. So there is something, I'm hearing pent up anger, maybe, that Spirit wants you to address. In your hopes and fears, you have the Sun in the reverse. It's giving me hiding. It's giving me afraid to stand in my full Emperor Empress energy, right? It is a fear. It isn't a hope, but it's definitely a fear. There's collectively this feeling with your reading, Aries, of trying to step into a new way of being and looking at every aspect of what that means strategically, right? What are my thoughts going to be as this new person? Where do I want to live as this new person? Do I want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be single? What job do I have as this new person? What are my hobbies? Like this, and so this Sun card in reverse is like this fear of just like choosing any path and it not being authentic, it not being in line with um who you are or who you want to become, right? And Spirit wants me to let you know any path is a good path, right? At the end of the day, it's all about our spiritual, emotional, physical evolution, right? And so even if you go down a path and it's like, oh my God, that was wrong, you know, I don't want to do that again. Like, at least you know, right? Like, at least it's like, cross that off. I figured out what I don't like. You know, I don't want to live here. I don't want to work there. I don't want to be with this person. You know, it's like you have to get to that point, right? Before you can fully evolve into, you know, who you're meant to be. In your outcome position, you have the Page of Wands reverse and the Four of Swords. It's pinging off of this Ace of Cups in reverse. So there was something in the past by way of what you thought would be a new beginning that just did not get off the ground. It could be a love relationship. I'm hearing it could be a lot of things. It could be a job. It could be a love relationship. It could be reconciliation with a family member, right? You know, and I'm getting that like stutter step vibe where it was just like, but like there was all this energy behind it, but then it just stuttered, you know. That's what this is giving me. And with the Four of Swords, it's like Spirit saying again, like, because this is Spirit, this is prayer, this is meditation, you know, being in communion as above so below with Spirit about what you're trying to consciously manifest. And so this is almost giving me like a minor arcana judgment vibe, right? Or temperance vibe, where it's like the stutter step was required. Okay. With your future position, you have the Strength card in the reverse. This is giving me ego. It's also giving me a person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting heavy, excuse me, heavy person vibes off of this. So I don't know if you know a Leo or you were dating a Leo, or what that situation was, but there's definitely, because the Strength card could be a Leo. That being in the reverse is giving me blocked Leo energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some clarification. I would like to clarify this Justice and the Knight of Swords for Aries for the Mercury Retrograde, please. Spirit, can you please clarify? You're saying two more. We have the Devil, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. Yeah, so this Devil is pinging off of this King of Swords that's in the reverse. It's like what binds you, what chains you, right? Because the Devil is obsession. It can also be passion. It's like lower vibrational 3D stuff that keep us stuck and chained to something. And so it pinging off of the King of Swords is like internal anger, internalizing anger. And I think that's what this Ace of Cups in reverse is trying to say. Like there's something around either you guys not fully expressing how upset you are, or not fully, they're showing me the Sun card in reverse, not like being angry about not feeling like you can fully express who you are, right? Because of the situation that you're in. And so this, because this is clarifying the Justice and the Knight of Swords in reverse for your current energy, it's like Spirit wants you to know you are working on breaking these chains, right? You just have to, like, now is Mercury retrograde is your time to put that plan in place, right? Like, do I get a therapist for some of my like more negative thoughts? Do I join a gym or something like that for to lose weight because of the negative thought around my weight? Like, how do you, like, I'm just seeing someone like really break down all of the negative things that they say to themselves, and then creating a plan of action on like this stuff just has to go, right? And so Mercury retrograde for you Aries is really about the plan of action. It's not actually taking action. And the reason why I say that is because we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and we have another knight, the Knight of Wands, which is your energy, because the wands are fire energy in reverse as well. With the Five of Cups reverse, this is definitely a relationship in the past that may have went bad. It's like you're not regretting that it went bad. You're not it's like you eventually get to this point where you realize all is in alignment, all is how it is supposed to be. And with this Two of Cups here, I almost feel like that this is your person. And the fact that the High Priestess is in the reverse is giving me that too. It's like, it's not a secret. You know what this is, right? You know this could be the one. Going back to your romantic feelings tarot, like that you're in the honeymoon phase. This is just all the little weird arguments or the stutter steps are just part of the process that you and your partner have to go through. All right, I do want to let's get this Tower in reverse. We've got the Fool and the Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it's just giving me stagnant energy. Like, it's like, sorry, I'm communicating with spirits. Like, has the Tower happened already, or are they avoiding it? And it's like you're avoiding it. You're avoiding walking away to start a new beginning, and you're waiting on something. You're waiting on your mental health and your stability to get better. I'm getting this story of someone who has met their soulmate, has met the one, but is still telling themselves they aren't ready. And that's what all of this, the Tower reverse, the Eight of Cups, the Fool, the Three of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you've already met this person, but for whatever reason, it's like your brain is telling you that that you're not ready. This has nothing to do with your partner. It's all internal. And that's why all these sword cards are here and in reverse, right? It's like, you know this too with they're telling me the High Priestess in reverse. You know this. You know you're being ridiculous. You know, Aries, that you absolutely are ready, that you are a catch, that this person would be lucky to have you, that like you know all of these things. So it's like I know that I am this great wonderful person, and I'm stable and I'm reliable, but like there's this thing in my brain that tells me I'm not, you know. And so yeah, that's what I'm getting off of that. Let's go ahead and get something for the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And yeah, and I think that's why you're looking for. It's like you're taking your time and you're really being strategic about it. Like I just keep hearing like it's a strategy, it's a process. I do it. Okay, Spirit, that was too much. Okay, so clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. If you are in separation right now from your person, with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's like it'll come back around. This is not, I'm also hearing this is a relearning of a lesson. Almost like this may come up every time you get into a relationship or something like that. On the other side of this, of you getting out of your mind and accepting that you are enough, that you are ready, right? That this is your person, is your wish fulfillment, building something of quality around a home, right? Like again, Four of Wands. Remember I was saying I was getting Four of Wands vibes from you guys, which is all about halfway to marriage, right? Like that talking to your partner, I'm also hearing talk to your partner about maybe some of these thoughts that you're having, you know, and let them know, like, I'm not saying that I'm not ready, I'm just saying, like, this is what my brain tells me, so, you know, and I'm working on that, you know, like, just a deeper level of intimacy with your partner is needed here. Yeah, I think that's beautiful, Aries. All right, with the King of Swords in reverse, you have the Knight of Cups, the Lovers, and the Six of Wands in the reverse. It's like you're demanding an apology. That's what this is giving me. Like I'm demanding, because this is clarifying the King of Swords in reverse, who's very demanding, right? This is a warning, okay? It's like Spirit saying, you're internalizing your anger around whatever this Ace of Cups in the past was, right? And you need to work on your emotions and healing the actual partnership. If you do not work on that, I'm not enough, I'm not ready, I'm not sure, I'm not, you know, until you get clear on that, this partnership is not going to be victorious. You know, until you get clear on the thoughts that are not helpful, the communications that aren't helpful, because this could also be external influences, right? You're going to struggle, like you and your partner are going to struggle. It's a Six of Wands, so it's not like the death of a relationship or something like that, right? It's minor arcana, so it's small, but it's just like I'm getting like petty shit, right? Because what happens as we, you know, my theory on relationships is that your true partner is always, and any partner is, if you live with someone, right? It could be a roommate, is going to mirror you in some way at some point that is going to trigger you. That's why I call this Cosmic Mirror Tarot. And the point of the triggering is not the universe saying, hey, you're such a terrible person, look at how terrible you are. It's like the universe actually trying to show you things in a loving way, because, you know, the idea is that the partner that's showing you, like reflecting back that mirror, like you love this person, right? Or you respect this person, or you know this person well enough that you know, when the reflection comes back, it's not as harsh. The problem with karmic relationships is that it's already been drama, it's already been crazy, right? And then this person is reflecting, and all you guys are doing is pinging off of each other's trauma, right? And I say all of that because that's what this Lovers and the Six of Wands in reverse is giving me. It's like, be you and your partner sitting down and talking about, these are my triggers, these are my traumas, these are my family issues, this is how I view money, how do you view money, like sitting down and having that conversation, so that when the mirror is reflected back, it's like, I know what's mine, I know what's my partner, and because I love my partner, right, I'm going to reflect it back in a or I'm going to communicate in a loving, healthy way. Do you follow me? I hope that makes sense. Because it was like a whole, they were just basically showing me people that just like, are in a what karmic relationships are like. I feel like we've all had them at some point. It's just not the business. But where it's just like every day is a struggle when you're with a karmic, right? It's just like everything's an argument, everything's a struggle. We can't get on the same page to save our life, and it's screaming, yelling, throwing shit, blocking, unblocking, and so it's like spirit saying like this is a higher level, this is a higher union. I'm actually getting very heavy. I mean, you have the Two of Cups and the Lovers here, Aries. So whoever you're in this relationship with, or working on this relationship with, it's divinely guided. It's supposed to happen this way. All right, let's go ahead and we'll wrap it up, clarifying the Strength card. So you have clarifying strength, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So you may be dealing with another fire sign. Yeah, because remember I was saying I was getting like Leo vibes off of this. Yeah, so maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Okay, first of all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a bearing around the King of Cups being in the reverse and the King of Wands being here. I'm not going to lie to my divine femmes out there. Two kings on a board is not a good idea. But I'm also feeling like these are two different people. Like, yeah. So I don't know. Okay, yes. So this King of Cups and this Ace of Cups, they're both in reverse. This is blocked energy. It could also be emotional manipulation. The King of Cups in reverse is emotional manipulation. I'm also hearing just like someone who comes forward and just like almost projectile vomits. What is that called? Love bombing, right? Like just an overflow of emotion, trying to turn this Ace of Cups that's in reverse upright. Now, that's assuming it's the same person. With the Ace of Wands here, the King of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, I mean, you might just take this person back and there's a new beginning, because it's basically saying it's not done, right? Like, and this Ten of Swords in reverse is giving me, though, especially next to this King of Wands, is like not wanting to address the betrayal, not wanting to address how hurtful this Ace of Cups in reverse was. So be cognizant of that. There is a possible new beginning here that does, get you out of the cold, because we have Five of Pentacles in the reverse. But this is more giving me like the bad health around a possible emotional manipulation, right? Like the mental ailment that may have caused you, right? And this person trying to heal that in a way that, I'm gonna be honest with you, doesn't feel right.